Hey, what's going on, YouTube? Welcome to the channel. I am Landmine, and today we're going to be talking about WWE and the future and what it has in store for Cody Rhodes. I brought my friend Angry Troll to talk a little bit about it, so let's get into it. Angry Troll, welcome. How are you, man?
I'm doing good. Still getting the vibes from WrestleMania, man. That weekend was crazy.
Oh, yes. So before we get into the topic today, and we're talking about what's next for Cody Rhodes, you were right about the main event, so I want to give you your props for that. I thought they were gonna keep the title on Roman Reigns to beat Hogan's record, the man you're wearing on your shirt today, and I'm wearing the Macho Man, you know. But yeah, I didn't think they were gonna pull the plug, but they did, and I'm not mad about it. But now it's what's next for Cody Rhodes. So I just want to get your thoughts, and what do you think happens from here on out?
I think he's gonna do what he did in AEW. So remember when he won the title the first time, the TNT title?
Yeah.
With no fans or anything like that. They had an open challenge. He even fought an independent wrestler that nobody knew about. He's gonna do the same thing. So we're gonna have faces and heels, going after him. I don't know if maybe the bloodline, with maybe one of the Usos or Solo might try to get into a match. Maybe. I don't know. Solo's lost, I think, every single match since he beat Cena, if I'm not mistaken. I read about that.
Yes, he did. Yeah, you are absolutely right about that. Yeah.
So I don't know if he's gonna go in it. I know, was it? I think Jimmy is the one that just got Jay's the one that got the title.
Yeah.
For Drew.
Yeah.
Could Jimmy be the one that's gonna fight against Cody Rhodes?
I want to say probably because why would Jay two faces face each other, and they have good history together. He was out there in the ring for WrestleMania, to congratulate him. I don't see Solo, even though Solo, like you said, hasn't really won since defeating John Cena, and Jimmy just doesn't like. If we're gonna talk about Jay and Jimmy, we can admit that was probably the worst match of the WrestleMania weekend.
Oh yeah, 100%.
And not that they can't wrestle, but there's still some lingering stories from the bloodline. One would be obviously Solo, but it's like, why step backwards? I was really hoping for Raw after Mania we see MJF, but that didn't happen. So I don't know what we do from here on out. I know Drew is still stuck on what happened to him at WrestleMania. I just don't know who's like any worthy opponent. Today, Triple H released an image of Backlash, and it's really just Cody on the front like poster, and I'm like, so who? It's May 5th at 1 o'clock in France, which is great. 1 o'clock pay-per-view on a Saturday is wonderful, but it's like we got a couple, like literally a month to find out and build some story towards it. What do you think they do with this new pay-per-view? This is leading into the new era of WWE, and there's a lot of like weight on Cody. There's really not a great opponent. He beat one of the greatest in Roman Reigns. Who is gonna be the next big thing? And it's weird.
It's 100% weird. And the funny thing is that WWE draft starts April 26th.
Yeah.
So it's a week before the pay-per-view almost. So it's like,
you would think that would happen after a pay-per-view, not before.
Yeah. So now it's like, okay, so maybe if the draft happened and we saw maybe Gunther going to SmackDown with Cody.
I like that.
Gunther.
Yeah.
But now it's like, who's going to go against him? Because you have AJ Styles, LA Knight as in SmackDown. So maybe one of them. Maybe he does give a chance to LA Knight.
I would like that. I mean, he'll lose because there's no way. Man, that sucks because there's no way you start, right? There's no way that you start with Cody with his title reign and then, loses to LA Knight, who's kind of like, he's a face, but he reminds me of like 97, 98 Stone Cold anti-hero. So it's like, do you give him a chance? Does he show that he's worthy of another main event shot? I don't know. I like the AJ Styles thing, but how do they incorporate that? I like the Gunther thing too. I like that. That seems more intriguing than anything else.
Yeah, but Gunther, I think you hold that off for a little bit.
Really?
But AJ Styles, remember, he's the one that made the houses. SmackDown's the house that AJ built. Yeah. So he can say, look, this is actually my house. You remember, Cody was in Raw before, not in SmackDown.
Yeah.
So now that he's going into SmackDown as their champion,
yeah,
AJ could just walk in there and kind of start a feud with him.
I like that.
Backlash.
I think that's fun.
That might work.
I think that's fun. I think when you look at the roster, I don't want to see anyone brand new from NXT either get a
Braun
shot.
Breaker, no.
Yeah.
Like Braun Breaker, no.
Yeah.
Not yet.
And I just don't think anyone's really ready. It's
everybody who was ready lost. AJ Styles lost.
That's what I mean.
Gunther lost.
Yeah. That's why I feel like it's so weird. That was my worry. This is why I didn't want Cody to win just yet, because there's not enough storylines to build towards it. And then obviously if we look back on what happened at Raw, that was very awkward with The Rock and Cody Rhodes, handing off the belts, and then The Rock's giving something to Cody, and he's like, "Oh, I'll see you with or without the belt." And it's like, what are you setting up here? Is this SummerSlam? It can't be WrestleMania because it has to be you and Roman. So SummerSlam's what, August? So what you have about, 4 more months?
Yep.
So in those 3 months, who does he face? And that's why I was like, man, if they had MJF, man, it would have been great to bring it all the way to SummerSlam and then let him do something else. I just don't see a worthy opponent. So that's my only concern. I think he'll do great for the company. It looks like he's happy. You can see in the interviews after Mania, it's just a lot of stress has been relieved from him. There's no longer finishing the story. Now the story's finished. It's like, what happens next? And that's what I'm scared about. I hope his stock doesn't fall, but I just don't see anyone worthy facing him because he's done such a great job with this whole bloodline story. It's like, who's next? I wanted to say Seth. I thought that was a great opportunity for Seth to stab him in the back. A lot of us were thinking it. And
I think Seth is hurt also.
And that's the thing.
Seth might be taking time off.
It's him and Roman taking time off. It's gonna feel weird, man. And I don't know what's next for the bloodline either. How does Roman get back? Does he try to get the title back? It's just a lot of unanswered questions.
Does Brock come back? Maybe Paul Heyman comes out this Friday and announces Brock Lesnar's coming back.
But then wouldn't that feel weird? Because
are you gonna have Brock lose 3 times to Cody? No,
he
lost twice.
Yeah, you don't want to do that.
And
then it'll be weird to have Paul Heyman, even though he's still connected with the bloodline. If you do that, then it's like you're killing off the bloodline. There's really not someone to represent them. Because can you trust Jimmy or Solo to talk while Roman's gone? So it's like, who do you pick? And then there was rumors of their cousins, another cousin joining them.
Yep, that's all I was thinking about right now, but that's too early.
That is too early to just give him a title shot. What has he done? I mean, he's great in the ring. The videos that I've seen, it's just unbelievable. But I think that bloodline story takes a back seat for now until Roman comes back. I did see some videos on Twitter today talking about Roman has said that Solo will be the person to take over the bloodline once he steps away. I just don't believe in Solo. He didn't talk before. What makes him gonna talk now? So
yeah, he's more of a lackey than anything.
Yeah,
he's what Diesel was to Shawn Michaels back in the day.
Yes, exactly.
He's not going to be a Diesel. That's the problem.
Yes, yeah, I absolutely agree. I absolutely agree with that, bro. Yeah, you are absolutely right. He's just a smaller version. I don't know. It just leaves me with empty answers, I guess.
They had everything great going to WrestleMania. They had everything great for WrestleMania. Like my dog's wondering.
Yeah, it's like, what is Cody gonna do? I don't know. I would love to see it. I think them putting the title on Cody is great. I wasn't upset about it. He deserved it, man.
There's no storyline. There's no stories right now.
That's
the
draft
problem. Is right. The draft is right before Backlash.
Yeah.
Who are you gonna do it? Something's gonna happen on Friday. Friday, probably something's gonna start.
Yeah.
But maybe what I'm thinking is AJ Styles comes out. He says something out like that. That's what I'm thinking. Then LA Knight comes out. He states that, no, this is my, I beat you. I deserve a shot at the title. And then it just starts starting with that, maybe. And they do a 3-way. I don't know.
A 3-way will be fun, I think. But it will still continue the LA Knight and AJ Styles story, which I'm not upset about. I think they did a great promo. The match wasn't the greatest. It was fun, but it wasn't the greatest. I was expecting a little bit more. But it'll be like Cody's in the middle of their little feud. If that's the case, I think having AJ and Cody will be great. I don't think adding LA Knight. I think LA Knight going after Logan Paul will be great. Yep. And maybe let that storyline go all the way to SummerSlam in Cleveland, where Logan Paul's from, and then have maybe Logan Paul drop the U.S. title to him. I don't know, but I just don't see anybody else. I want to see Gunther, but
Gunther's more of a bigger pay-per-view than
Backlash. Not Backlash. Backlash.
No. Maybe the Clash of the Castle type of match. That'll be good for Gunther.
Yes.
You know,
yes.
And Cody. I don't think this one's going to be the one for him. So. I don't know. It's Friday's going to tell us.
How long until before we go? How long until we see Seth come back and maybe Seth try and go for that title, or does he go and try and get back the world title from Damian Priest? How long until Damian Priest drops that title?
No, Damian Priest. I think Damian Priest and Finn Balor is going to battle. I think the Judgment Day.
That should be fun. Yeah.
Something's going to happen there. Maybe Damian Priest is going to get too cocky.
Yeah.
And then Finn Balor's gonna get mad and just turn on him type of thing. That's what I'm seeing. We already see something going on with Rhea Ripley. She already has, I think, Liv Morgan.
Yeah.
Fighter, so everybody has a storyline besides Cody.
That's weird, right? Isn't that weird, man?
I think Seth is probably gonna say, "Look, if it wasn't for me, you probably would have not been champion."
I love that. I love that, and that's what I want to see. But I want Seth to be healthy too. So. Yeah. And having Seth being a heel will be great. I love him as a heel, man. We saw little images of that with the whole feud leading up into WrestleMania with Drew, but yeah.
Yeah, I think that's what's gonna. I don't think he's gonna go back over to his old title. Right now, we have Drew in it. We have CM Punk.
Yeah.
I think one of those two is gonna be the next champion. Damian Priest is gonna hold it for a while.
That's good, man. I think he deserves it too.
Yeah, they're just waiting for CM Punk to get healthy again, so he can fight against Drew, and then they'll continue that. With the Judgment Day, Damian Priest is fine. He has that market.
Absolutely. So
they're fine there, but Cody, they better figure something out coming up this week. So if not, I don't know. Because so I'm reading here, it's the draft is Friday, April 26th on SmackDown, and then continues on Monday, April 29th. So you literally have that 1 week to know which person is on what side.
Man, that should be fun. Well, thank you so much, Angry Troll, for joining us, man. Anything you would like to plug before we get out of here?
No, just like always, Mr. Angry Troll on pretty much every single social. But of course, man, always a pleasure talking about wrestling with you. I love it. I'm loving what Triple H is doing.
Yeah.
We have a tag team division. We have a women's division. We have a singles division, and we have storylines. Yeah. So
except for Cody right now.
There we go. Well, it was a pleasure, my man. Thank you so much.
And listen, anybody watching, if you have a clue of what Cody does next, leave it in the comments below. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe. Share with your friends and family. And until next time, keep gaming. Peace.